Don't you bite me. Don't you even think, don't you bite me. Hey, good morning everybody. I'm Brian Barczyk and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is absolutely amazing. I love starting each day off with you guys. I mean, literally every morning I wake up and I read your comments and I can't wait to hit that upload button so I can see the new comments for the day and comment back. You guys are absolutely amazing. As for me, I am still a little bit under the weather, but I am pushing through and will be completely fine. Today I'm actually going to take you on the process of how we start breeding our ball pythons. And I'm going to be honest with you, it starts like this. There's no fancy computer programs or anything. It's me with a bunch of paper and a pen, and that's basically it. And what we do is we actually inventory all available females that are good and ready to breed, and we do the same thing with males, and then I just start putting a pen to paper and start going, we should breed this female to that male and so on until I basically have paired them all up. It's really that simple. It does take a little bit of time because I'm always trying to do the best strategy to produce the coolest animals. So I have my master list done. I am going to get with Kelsey. We are going to move some snakes around and I'll show you how we put them into groups so it makes our life as easy as possible. Regardless, I hope that your start of your day is absolutely incredible. Let's just push all our problems aside for the next 12 or 15 minutes and have an amazing day together. Comment down below and let me know how your day has started. And while you're down there, can you smash that like button? What do you say we get with Kelsey and get this day started? Kelsey, guess what I got?
Oh my god, are those finally my breeding schemes?
They finally are. I finally got them done. I have definitely taken longer than I wanted to. But to be totally honest with you, I really wanted to start breeding about a week and a half ago. So we're a little behind schedule, but I think that's good. I'll give our females a little more chance to get a little more food. So Kelsey, I'm going to turn this over to you and I'll explain what these are. And basically really quick, guys, is that we want to rearrange all these females here so that it becomes easy. I mean, the last thing you want to do is be putting a male like, oh, this male goes from here, then it goes over to there, and then it goes way down there. You want to make this as easy as possible. So basically, if we have a male, let's say an albino clown here, and we want to breed all the albino clown stuff here, we're going to basically move all the females into one group and then go down the groups, and then I want to show you, we actually keep the males over here because what you want to do is keep the males separate enough to where they're not kind of sensing the females constantly, because once males get into breeding mode, a lot of times they go off of food, and we want them to feed as much as they possibly can when we separate them. And basically what we'll do is we'll breed them for like 5 days, and then we give them 2 days off and then offer food. So we separate the males over here, but just like the females, we want our first male to be here, and then the second group, third group. So that way when we're putting males in with females, that's really easy. We just go from cage 1, we put the male in, then we go to group 2, cage 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. So we have to rearrange all the females today, and then we have to rearrange all the males as well. We've already started the cycle as far as the cooling process, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But right now we have a lot of snakes to move around, and again, I'm going to turn it over to Kelsey and let her and Mary kind of move things around and figure out the best they can, and then I'll kind of continue to share the process as we go along with it. Okay, let's go check in on Kelsey and see what her progress is. Again, I'm struggling a little bit here. Apologize about the voice, guys. But I can see they're getting down to the end of the aisle. How are things coming, guys?
Going really well, yeah.
Every year when I do this list, there's always at least 1 or 2 things that just absolutely make no sense. So hopefully, how did I do so far?
I mean, so far it's pretty solid. Like a few counts are off by like 1, not a big deal. And it's going pretty well, yeah.
Good, excellent. And again, what will happen is at the very end, we might have 1 or 2 off. And then there always seems to be a handful of animals when we have all our groups set up that there's just extra animals like, hey, where did these animals come from? and then we have to figure out like where we put them into the groups. And then what we'll have to do is you'll see like some of these breeding groups will have like, this is last year's breeding and this is when it laid eggs, and then all this information. So what we have to do once we have all these things adjusted is we have to go back and change like all these tags to show which animal is actually breeding to it and starting new breeding cards and all that stuff. So it's kind of a process. And I talked a little bit about like how we're cycling. So basically what happens now, we went from like 83, 84 degrees with a 92 to 95 degree hotspot, where in the night we're dropping down to about 77. So we don't drop very much, but the hotspot goes from 90, 95 down to about 85 degrees at night. We do that for 10 to 12 hours a day, and that's kind of the cycle when it comes to temperatures. Now we'll typically start cooling a couple weeks before we start introducing males. The other thing we do in cycle is we start really ramping up the food. So rather than just feeding them one rodent once a week, we'll feed 2 or even 3 rodents once a week. We're still only feeding once, but we'll double feed them, triple feed them as much as they possibly can, because again, getting that calories into those females is what's going to help really produce follicle growth. So that basically is where we're at as far as that goes. If we get all of this done and we get all of these cages marked up, we can maybe get males in later today or by the latest tomorrow. I am super excited about it. Speaking of getting males in, let's go check out the womas. So we're not just breeding ball pythons, we're starting to breed all pythons. So the spotted pythons, the children's pythons, the sabu pythons, the womas, the carpets, all that stuff starts to get bred. Now when it comes to boa constrictors, we're already breeding the only female boa that we have right now, but the rainbow boas and all that stuff actually get bred in the spring or in the late winter actually. So we're not putting those together. This little male woma python can sometimes be quite a bear when you're picking him up. So let's see if I can get him without getting bit. Don't you bite me. Don't you even think, don't you bite me. Oh. Okay, so far so good. He is a rascal, I tell you what. Come on, little buddy. And we're gonna put him in with this female right here, this big old woma female. The thing I love about him is look at his pattern and that really reduction of pattern compared to hers. I mean, this is a beautiful animal, and as a baby the thing is just going to be smoking. So he's going to be our main male this year, and he's breeding 4 female woma pythons. So we'll check back on him tomorrow and hopefully we'll get some breeding action. Again, I'm going to do some carpet python breeding. I'm also doing spotted and children's breeding, sabu python breeding, and then we're going to look around. And also I think tomorrow we're going to get the blue tongue skinks together, so we're going to start breeding those guys too. So it is such an exciting time of the year to be a snake breeder. Let's go grab a carpet python, and we're going to go ahead and breed this jungle jag to this beautiful jungle carpet python. Take a look at how gorgeous she is. And she gave us that clutch last year. I think she ended up giving us like 9 or 10 eggs if I'm not mistaken. But it's just a really beautiful pairing. That jaguar really changes the pattern of the animal and makes these really big wide bands. And of course she's got that beautiful black and yellow to her. He's not quite as black and yellow obviously. So the baby should be pretty good. Hopefully they'll get his pattern and her color, because last year's babies were pretty awesome. So again, we're going to get the breeding season started, continue to work on rearranging these males. I think that Mary and Kelsey are almost done with that. So as soon as that's done, then we mark things up. We can get the males rearranged, and then we can start getting them together. Again, with any luck, we'll have that done today. Worst case scenario will be tomorrow. But regardless, we have some exciting things in the future when it comes to breeding snakes for you guys.
Okay, so now all of my females are moved into their breeding groups and they're officially ready for me to start introducing males. First, we're gonna go to all the tubs and we're gonna replace all their breeding cards with new ones. The breeding cards are how I'm gonna keep track of which male each female is being bred to. It's how I'm gonna keep track of any locks that I see, and it's how I'm gonna be marking follicle growth when we do ultrasounds, as well as any other notes that I need to know as the season progresses. So all my females have brand new breeding cards. I am ready to start introducing males. Now this is my second breeding season here at BHB, and I'm pretty excited to be working with some genes that I absolutely love, like champagne, lorry, leopard, and ghost, and cypress stuff. But something else that's really cool to me is to see that there are some snakes this season that I've been raising since I started here, and this is the first season that they'll be in our breeding rotation. So it's pretty cool to see my snakes go from being babies to being adults.
Okay guys, take a listen to this. You guys are missing to frickin' mermaid stories? What are you guys?
Spooky, it's spooky mermaids.
Spooky mermaids?
Yeah.
Island of the Dolls.
Island of the Dolls.
Oh, is it like the actual Island of the Dolls, or is it there's mermaids on that? There's not. I've never heard about mermaids on the island of the dolls. I've seen it on Ghost Adventures with all those creepy dolls on there, but
That's kind of what this podcast is. It's like haunted places.
haunted places. Oh
It's
my
Jessica's fault. I haven't slept in weeks.
God. Every time I go out here, they got some creepy podcast on or some bizarre thing. And I walk through, but this time I'm walking through and I'm like, mermaids? What the heck are you guys doing?
Back here on the gnome one.
Gnomes?
Oh yeah.
You had a gnome one?
Don't even get me started on
Oh
gnomes.
my gosh, do you believe in gnomes?
Oh, they're real.
Lori, do you believe in gnomes?
I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for She's got no time for gnomes. Lori's got no time for gnomes. Have fun, guys. So guess what, guys? That's right, we finally hatched the last geckos of the year. Jessica, tell me what we hatched. I mean, was it anything really crazy or just normal
I
stuff?
kind of lied to you. I forgot about these eggs.
What?
Well, I collected these like late last month, so they may or may not. I need to cancel those. But
Yeah, what happens a lot of times is when you get into that last clutches of the year, sometimes they're infertile because we haven't had males in with them for quite some time. But what ended up hatching?
looks like a tangerine tremper and a normal.
Oh my gosh, a tangerine tremper and a normal. I mean, my gosh, think about that. What do you think the total was of our geckos this year?
Oh God. Like when I did the count, it was like 3,000 just babies, so it had to have been at least 5, I think.
My gosh. So these are the last babies that we hatched of the year. I mean, we hatched a lot of baby leopard geckos. So it was a tangerine tremper albino and what looks to be just a het tremper albino as the last babies. And Jessica, you did such a good job this year.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, it's nice that she has a break. And now we move on to blue tongue skink breeding for the next little bit, which I know you're excited about. We're gonna do that tomorrow, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So tomorrow it is. And again, guys, we have so many geckos that still need to get up on the site. All of these geckos all along here and all the ones over here are still not even on the website. As a matter of fact, there's a lot over here that aren't on the website.
Oh yeah. Anything without a red tag is not on the website.
So we have to get working. Lori has got her work cut out for us to put another maybe 1,500 leopard geckos on the website. But we do have some really cool ones on the site. If you guys want to check it out, feel free. I'll put a link down in the description. Regardless, leopard gecko season, I thought was over today, but now as it turns out, it might still be going, but it might be the last 2 babies of the year. All right, guys, so I definitely need your help. As you can see, as this vlog has gone on, my voice has gotten worse and worse, and I'm feeling worse and worse. I leave for Mexico in less than 5 days, people. Go down in the comments and let me know what your best sickness remedies are. What should I do? Should it be soup, vitamin C, I don't know, garlic, onions? What is it that I need to do to make sure that I am feeling great when I travel down to Mexico? Because we have a busy schedule and I'm gonna have a great time down there, and I can't wait to bring you guys along on this amazing trip that myself and Lori is taking in less than a week. But I need to feel better, so let me know what your remedies are. As for now, I am gonna end the vlog and I'm gonna try to get some rest so that I feel good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. It's gonna be an exciting year here at BHB and I cannot wait to share it all with you guys. I hope that you have an absolutely amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys mean the world to me and I love you so much. Can you do me a couple favors today? Can you smash that like button as well as turn those post notifications on so you know when I upload a video, which is every day, 7 days a week at 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to be kind to someone today and I promise I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.